Well, these latest unemployment figures paint a pretty grim picture, but all is not equal across the country. There are, as they say, green shoots emerging, though any signs of spring are mostly in the south. So for Aucklanders who have grown tired of the slow recovery in the supercity, could a move to the mainland be in order? Stuff Money editor Damien Venuto joins me now to discuss the uneven job market. Kia ora, Damien.
Sam.
Okay, so the latest figures show unemployment is up to 5.4%. This is not good. What has happened to this so-called recovery?
So that stat is correct. The unemployment rate is the highest it's been in about 10 years. But the things with data and statistics is that the moment they're released, they're out of date. They can tell us where we've been. What's more interesting is kind of looking at where we're headed, and you need to look at some other stats in order to get a broader picture of where the economy is headed.
So do we have some good news under the surface then?
One person that I spoke to in the lead up to this was ASB senior economist Mark Smith, and what he told me was that we're also seeing the largest employment growth we've seen in around 18 months. So what that means is that employers are hiring. The interesting thing is that we aren't seeing that spread across the entire country.
So we are seeing growth, that's positive, but it's uneven in different regions.
Yeah, so this is where the data becomes really granular and quite compelling if you're looking at finding a new job or maybe returning to the employment market. So Christchurch has seen a growth in job listings of around 20%. The South Island, 13%. Even Wellington is up by 11%. The catch is that Auckland is only up by 4%, so that market still feels incredibly dormant. There's a lot of room for something to happen. Now, attached to that is, if you're looking at recruitment apps, Zeal, the recruitment app, offers some interesting data where they say that applicants from Auckland are now 25% more likely to consider roles outside of Auckland, which means that their eye is on other markets, other opportunities well beyond the super city.
They're seeing what's out there. So a lot of focus on job listings. What about salaries? Any uptick there?
It's always a tough balancing act when it comes to salaries, right? If you have an employment market where the employers have the power, where there are no opportunities for workers, then what you have is a situation where wage growth happens very slowly. So what we've seen over the last year is anemic wage growth. It's barely kept up with inflation. The promising thing is that as we have that employment growth increasing, as we see more job listings appearing, what we'll start to see is an increase in competition for workers. And that is when we'll start to see some wage growth. So we can only hope that the green shoots that we see today turn into lush pastures as the year develops.
Okay, Stuff Money editor Damien Venuto, thanks so much.
Thanks, Sam.